So I took the front end off the Monster yesterday. I didn't record it, you've watched me do it before, but I was going to show you all the wires I was talking about. There's more wires up front than there are at the back. I don't know where they go. So I was going to show that, I forgot. I got thinking, I wonder, because I turned the lights on with the control panel at the front. I'm just wondering if the lights don't come from the controller. I wonder if it comes from the display panel. I haven't looked at the schematic yet, so I don't know, but I'm just kind of wondering if some of those wires are for other stuff that just doesn't go through the controller and doesn't come out the back. I don't know, but I will take a look at some point. So I made sure all the plugs were tight, nothing looks like it's shorting or whatever, everything seems good, and put it back together. I did a full tour yesterday. I did an extended tour. I did my normal route, and then I just kind of kept going, and I had every bumpy area I could find. I never got one error. So I've done my tour today, enjoying this nice hot powerful sun. It's just beautiful. Great weather for October. And I did my full tour today, almost. I'm almost done my full tour. 7/8 of the way through it, and I still haven't had an error. So is the problem solved? I hate it because I don't know what. Last time that happened, I just pulled out of the garage and immediately went into error mode as soon as I let off on the throttle. So, hello, Mr. Bumblebee. Oh, now I got one buzzing around me. I'm not afraid of bees, so it doesn't bother me. I just don't like it when they buzz around my face because it's annoying. So, I did pretty much the same thing. I took the front end off, checked the wires to make sure all was good, put it back together, and I never had an issue again. So something up front, I don't know what, there's something up there. I just got buzzed by a couple birds. Something up there is causing an issue somehow. I have no idea what's going on, and it drives me nuts because I can't fix the problem if I don't know what the problem is. So, an Amazon purchase. The tripod I was talking about before, the $100 one that was over $100. I don't remember the exact price. I'm not getting it. And the reason for that is because I feel like I'm getting a sunburn here. Holy smokes. I love it. I got thinking about it, and I don't plan on using it for the same purpose that I was going to buy it for. And that was working on the Monster. Like I said, you can take the center post out, put it in upside down, and you can hang the camera off the bottom closer to the floor, and that would have been perfect for working on the Monster. Well, I don't have that plan anymore. The issue I'm having now with this camera that I've shown is panning. That tripod is really stiff. I loosened it up as much as I possibly could, and it's just too stiff. The handle that sticks out the back of it that you use to pan with, it's too short. So it's hard to get a little bit of movement smoothly. So I got looking a little different. I went looking at tripods that are specific for panning, and there's some really, really expensive tripods out there. Really nice looking, and you got some with the crank wheels on them, really professional stuff that, you turn it really fast and it moves a little bit, and same with up and down and all that. That would help, but problem is if I need to pan fast, I can't. Obviously, the faster you turn the wheel, the faster it's going to pan, but it's not going to turn as fast as I want. Plus, the price of that thing is insane. It's not a tripod itself; it's just the head. So that's more for like movie cameras and stuff like that, heavy duty stuff. So that's not what I'm looking for. So I found one, and it's actually, it's a decent price. That's a noisy bee. Very loud wings. So basically the center post is removable and you can turn it sideways. So you got the camera out to the side. What I like about that is there's actually two reasons for it. One, when I'm watching the fire trucks refilling, I got a tripod beside me, and it's only, you know, whatever distance off the ground. Because I'm sitting on the scooter beside it, it doesn't need to be too high. If I make it any higher, then, you know, the tripod legs are on an angle, so the higher you get, the farther away from the scooter it's going to get, right? So with this camera mounted sideways, on this post that's sideways, I can have the tripod wherever I want, and this the post over to where I can have the camera right in front of me, basically, with the tripod beside me. That's reason number one. Reason number two is, with this post sticking out sideways, I can pan the camera around. With this post, it's farther away from the center, and I can get very small movements smoothly as far as panning goes. So that's the one I went with for those two reasons. It's a little bit shorter. I'm not really worried about it. Well, mainly because I don't have to look through the camera anymore. I can have it at whatever level. I can have it down like this and just turn the viewing screen upwards. Because like I say, there's no eyepiece on this camera. I need to have it at face level anymore anyways. So that's what I went with. It was $79 and it came with a $10 coupon, so $69. So I got that. I got a grommet kit for my green screen. I don't even know if I'm going to be using it anymore, but I'm going to set it up anyways, because there probably will be a time. I'm not concentrating on YouTube anymore, but like I said, if there's something that happens, then I'll still be putting videos out. It's just not going to be regular anymore. So I got that. I just wanted the grommets. I do have I'm not even sure what they're called. It's like pliers. It pierces a hole in the fabric and squishes the grommets into place. I'm not sure what they're called, but it's difficult. If you have thick fabric, it's really difficult because the ball that pierces through it, it's rounded. It's not a point, so it's really difficult for me to get that grip strength that I need to do that. So I found one that comes with, it's got like 500 grommets, which is more than what I'll need, and it comes with its own pliers that have a whole lot more leverage on them, so it'll be a lot easier. So I got that. There's 4 things I got altogether. Got those 2. Oh, another 128 gigabyte memory card. So I'll have one in each camera. And the other thing, I did see, before I found this one with the horizontal bar, there was one I saw, it had 2 quick release plates. So that was the one I was going to get until I found this other one. But I don't need to worry about that, because this is the camera I'll probably mainly be using with the tripod. In most cases, if I decide I want to use the other one, I can get another head that fits on that bar. So as it is, I can have this camera. Let's say I'm at an event somewhere, seeing a fire, Santa parade, whatever. I can use this camera to zoom in on whatever I want, and I can have one of my other cameras, the handlebar mount, on the other end. So I can have 2 cameras on this bar. I can have as many as I want, whatever fits. So So it holds, I think, up to 15 pounds, something like that, weight total. So, no, that's not going to be an issue. So I get another one of those heads to fit on that bar, and I can have more than one camera. So I can, it can have its own mount specifically for that. So that's kind of cool. That's another advantage of it. So that's what I went with, why I went with that one. And the last barn fire that we had, where I got to use this for the first time with its intended use, I don't know if you noticed, but it started raining a little bit. And it wasn't anything major. I got a really, really nice, if you didn't watch all of that, because that was pretty lengthy. If you didn't watch all of that, at one point, there was a really, really vivid rainbow. And I got some pretty good video of that. And I was showing the rainbow, and then when one of the fire trucks come down, I just kind of panned down to the fire truck coming in. I really liked that shot. That turned out really nice. But it was a really nice rainbow as this rain was coming in. And it rained a little bit, not heavy. It was pretty light, but it kind of, I had my hand over top of the lens just to keep the raindrops from hitting the lens here. So that kind of brought me to the next item that I bought. It's a hot shoe umbrella, and I'm gonna have to figure something out because this camera does not have a hot shoe, and that's how you attach the umbrella. So I'm gonna get another attachment to put on this bar that has it's basically it's a non-functional hot shoe. It's cold shoe, I guess they call them. It's just something that you stick on a tripod, and it's got the hot shoe attachment. You can put like a secondary slave flash or whatever. So if a camera flashes, it senses it and it flashes as well. It gives more even lighting for whatever it is you're taking a picture, so you don't have that hard shadow, I guess you could say. Mainly for portraits and that. It just gives extra lighting off to the side. So you can get those attachments. I can get that and attach that to this bar as well. So I can put the umbrella over top of that. I forgot about that. I haven't actually looked for that yet, because I forgot this camera does not have a hot shoe. So there's that, and I guess that's it. The tripod, the grommets, umbrella, and the memory card. So that's the 4 things that I bought. And that was altogether, I think, 163 bucks. So that was not too bad. I was going to pay that just for the tripod. So, last night, around midnight, the fire department got a call. And this was probably the the most bizarre thing I've ever heard at the fire department. And I'm going to play this now because I am going to talk about this. I have some questions I want to ask, and I want to ask you guys if you've ever heard of anything like this. So basically, for 45 minutes, fire trucks, the police, and ambulance were scouring the countryside looking for a crash that didn't exist.
Attention North Huron Blyth Fire, please respond in the area of 83108 Clyde Line between Blyth and Walton Road. OPP has received a crash notification. Ambulance is responding as well. No further information. Again, that's in the area of 83108 Clyde Line. Time of second feed is midnight 0917 Blyth Station. Please respond. Cloud 4, go ahead.
Clyde Line, Blyth Station.
Roger, Card 4, you're acknowledging page 4 Blyth Station. You're responding shortly, midnight 10:09.
Fire dispatch, engine 6.
Go ahead, engine 6.
You can show engine 6 responding to reported MDC on Clyde line between Blythe Road, Walton Road. Golf +4 belt.
That's Roger, engine 6. You're responding golf +4 belted, midnight 1407.
Fire dispatch, you can show car 3 responding.
Roger, car 3 responding midnight 1403.
Fire dispatch right there, and engine 1 responding from Wingham Bravo +5.
Roger, engine 1, you're responding from Wingham Bravo +5 belted, midnight 1516.
Fire dispatch, tank 9.
Go ahead.
You can show tank 9 responding, 1 belted. Tank 9 is another firefighter.
1 midnight 1544.
Wait a second. Roger that. Foxtrot should be there momentarily. Engine 6, car 3. Go ahead, 3. 6, can you proceed further east on 25 or on Blythe Road there? I'm just meeting with the OPP at Clyde and Walton Road, and we need you to go east on 25. Copy that. We'll turn around the corner and head back. Fire dispatch, you can show car 3 at the intersection of Walton Road and Clyde line. In conversation with the OPP, we're trying to find this scene.
Roger that, car 3, you're at Walton and Clyde speaking to OPP attempting to locate the accident, midnight 2103.
Fire dispatch, you can also show EMS is at the intersection of Walton Road and Clyde line. Car 3 is going to proceed east on Walton Road.
Roger, EMS is also on scene at the intersection, car 3 proceeding east on Walton, midnight 2207.
Tank 9, car 3. Go ahead, 3. This is Tank 9. What's your location? Martin Line and Walton Road. Tank 9, when you get to Clyde line, I want you to go north on Clyde line and head north, please. Roger that. Car 3, engine 1. Go ahead, engine 1. We're just turning onto the Morris Road, head towards Clyde line. We'll then turn down Clyde line off Morris Road. Confirming that, engine 1, you're going to come down Clyde line off Morris Road. Car 3, engine 6. Go ahead, engine 6, car 3. One of my passengers just relayed is coming through St. Michael's and Clyde, which would be another road over, 2 roads over. Confirm that. I'll turn around. I've got nothing further east here. We're 2 concessions farther up on Blythe Road. We've got nothing. We're going to head north now. Confirm that. Engine 6, car 3. Go ahead, car 3. OPP are continuing eastbound on Walton Road. They said they came down Clyde line and didn't see anything. They came from the north on their original run-in. Engine 1 is on Clyde line, or going to be on engine 1, Clyde line, as is tank 9. So you continue north from your direction.
Confirm that. We're going to continue north on McCall line.
Clear, dispatch, car 3.
Car 3, go ahead.
Dispatch, you can just show that all units are still covering a grid pattern from Blyth Road to Morris Road right now, along with the OPP, trying to find the location.
Roger that. All units covering grid pattern from Blyth Road to Morris Road with OPP attempting to locate scene. 27 after midnight.
Tank 9, car 3.
Go ahead, 3. This is 9.
Whereabouts are you?
Just crossed Clyde line in St. Michael's, heading north. Nothing found at this point.
Tank 9, have you seen that EMS unit that headed north?
Negative at this point. Car 3, we just run into EMS unit. Car 3, engine 6.
Go ahead, engine 6.
We've just got to the T intersection at McCall and Moncrief. We're going to head east again and loop around to the highway out and through Walton.
Confirm that. Clear, dispatch, car 3.
Go ahead.
Dispatch, you can mark that EMS is dropping this scene. They're responding to another call.
Roger that. EMS dropping this scene, responding to another call, midnight 3105.
Engine 1, car 3.
Go ahead, car 3, engine 1.
Is this you coming at me heading southbound on Clyde line?
Roger that.
I'll meet you there. Fire dispatch, car 3.
Go ahead.
Dispatch, at this time we haven't been able to find anything, but can we just double check on that location? Because there's a Clyde Road as well, or sorry, near Jamestown and Clyde, there's another very similar address, but it's a road versus a line. Can you repeat the addresses to me again?
Ambulance provided 83108 Clyde line between Walton Road and Blythe Road, between the town of Blythe and the town of Walton.
Okay, so we did not find anything there, but there's a very similar address just on Clyde line, I think, just south of Bluevale. Do you ever have anything registered in there with the same?
Negative. Ambulance provided that it was close to Walton and that it was in the area of Blythe jurisdiction.
Okay, thank you. Engine 1, car 3.
Go ahead, car 3, engine 1.
Engine 1, I want you to come back, turn north, and head back up on Clyde line all the way into Bluevale. Been in discussions with car 4, and he's wondering if EMS gave us the wrong directions. Can you head north on Clyde again, please?
Yeah, roger that. Per our discussion, that's what we're doing.
Fire dispatch, fire command.
Go ahead, dispatch, car 3.
OPP has just called. They've been able to make contact with the owner of the phone that had the crash notification. There was no accident. Someone just dropped their phone, triggering a crash notification. There is not an accident. You guys can stand down.
Confirm that, dispatch. There is no incident. All North Huron units will stand down and return to Blyth and Wingham Station. Thank you.
Roger that.
So, if you have a vehicle that has OnStar in it, it will, if you, excuse me, it will detect when you crash and it will automatically call emergency services. I'm losing my voice already. I haven't even been talking that long. I'm used to that. I have never heard of that phone or feature with a phone. My phone doesn't have it. I can panic call 911. I think I have to hit the power button 3 times or something like that, and it'll automatically dial. I don't have to pull the phone out of my pocket or anything. I think that's what it was. But I have never heard of a phone having crash detection. So, is this a feature of the newer phones, or is this a specific app that you have installed? So my question with this is, first of all, do any of you have that? Do you know anything about it? And my second question is, why? Why would you put that in a phone? Everybody drops their phones. So, is the sensitivity adjustable for that? Because if you're in a crash, that's going to be more violent than, just dropping your phone on the floor. And another question is, this person dropped their phone, did they get a notification that emergency services were notified? So all these questions that come up with that, I've never heard of anything like this. That was so bizarre. So the address that was given, that the phone sent out, do they live there and they dropped their phone at home, or were they driving and as they were driving past that particular address, they dropped their phone while they were driving, and that's the address that was sent? I don't know. Does that mean they'll get charged with driving or using their phone while driving? I don't know. I don't know what the results of this would be. It was so bizarre. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It's like, I've never heard of that. And for them to waste 45 minutes looking for something that didn't exist, it just blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. So I just wanted to talk about that. I wanted to ask those questions. Like, does anybody know? Is it a phone feature? Is it an app? Is it the settings or sensitivity adjustable? And do you get a notice if, emergency services have been called? Because if they did, you think they would have called in and said, I just dropped my phone. It's not an issue. So, I don't know. I just don't know. But I thought it was so weird. So I guess that's it. Wow. This is so nice. This is like, it feels like summer. Most of the trees are starting to turn color now. But there's still a lot of green around. So it kind of looks like autumn, but it feels like summer right now. I'm loving it. So, I don't know what else. I guess that's all I got. All I can say, so far I haven't had any issues with the monster. excuse me, as far as the errors go. Oh, let's see if I can get up with one hand, or with no hands, because I got my coffee in my other. Uh-oh. There we go. Oh. Wow. I'm just so worn out. I have no energy today. I don't know why. I tossed and turned last night, or this morning, actually. I kept waking up, and it wasn't time to wake up yet, and I just kept trying to sleep longer. The cat actually let me sleep, which was nice. But I had a weird dream. I woke up on the scooter in the middle of the road. Apparently I fell asleep while I was driving. So I tried the Monster. The Monster's fun to drive. It's actually enjoyable, so I don't have that issue. But because the Fortress is so slow, let me just put my armrest down there. Oh, the back of the seat is hot. But because the Fortress is so slow, it's actually boring to drive it, right? So I'm thinking that's where that came from. I fell asleep because it was so boring. But I just woke up with a car past me, and I just kind of, what's going on? I realized I was in the middle of the road. And it was kind of weird because the Fortress had mirrors, and I could see the other cars coming beside me, or behind me. So I just kind of pulled off to the side and went back to sleep. It was weird. So it's just kind of, it shows my attitude towards the Fortress. It's so slow, it's boring to drive. I'm gonna fall asleep. So I guess that's all I got for this one. I have my special video. I've got 3 episodes done now. Just started the 4th. I got 2 of them done last night. It was actually pretty quick. It was nice. And I'm only like halfway through the first day. I talked for 3 days. That was my... It's crazy. I just talked until... I started losing my voice, or I was just getting worn out or tired from sitting here or whatever, and I get to a point where it just seems like a good place to take a break, and then I come back the next day and do it again. And there was 3 days, I think, total. I think there was only 3 days total where I sat here for like over an hour just talking, and I can't put all that into one video. Not possible. Well, it's possible, but no one's gonna watch that. I don't mind long videos. I watch 2-hour. There's a 2-hour video I watch every day. Not the same video, obviously, but it's a talk. It's a talk. Talks about events that are happening in the world, and a couple nights a week I'll have a call in where people call in and talk about things, and I listen to that every night. Well, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. But because it's late, it's like midnight, 11 o'clock, midnight. He's on the west coast, he's in Seattle. So by the time I see it, it's like 3 hours later. And it's past the point where I look for daily videos, so I usually see them the next day. So basically it's Tuesday to Saturday that I watch them. And it's a 2-hour video every day. I watch them. That's the last thing when I go through my list to make my playlist, to my video playlist to watch for the day. I always put his at the end, because that's what I do. And if it's later in the day when I get to them, then I'll fall asleep during that video. I'll just listen to them as I'm trying to sleep, right? So, but my point is, I don't have a problem watching 2-hour videos. But I know not everybody can. Not everybody has the time for it. And, just, if it's something of interest, it would be a little bit different. Something that you can skip through or whatever. But if it's someone just talking, it's difficult. I get it. So I'm breaking it up. I'm trying to get half-hour maximum. I got, the first one I think was 30 minutes or 36 minutes. Second one's 24 minutes. And the third one is just over 20, I think. So I think that's okay. Most of you guys seem to agree that as long as my videos are under half hour, you don't have a problem with them. The analytics shows that they don't get a lot of watch time, but it doesn't reflect everything. That's an average. Like if I have a video that is 30 minutes long and analytics says the average watch time is 7 or 8 minutes, that doesn't mean nobody's watching them the full amount. It's an average. And I don't know, I never really got into the analytics and that. I don't know if you can see, if anybody's watched the full amount or not. I don't know. But it's average, so I don't know. But either way, I don't think I have anything else today. My hand's starting to shake here holding the camera, so you probably won't see it because the stabilization in this camera is really good. So I guess that's all I got. I don't think there's anything else. It's Sunday today, so hopefully tomorrow I'll hear from my dealer saying, parts are on the way or something. Or they'll just show up. One or t'other. And we'll see. And then I can start fixing the Monster permanently. I don't think I need to take it off the road. For some of the things I'm going to do, I can do in one day. Not everything has to be done at the same time, so I guess good that way. Yeah, that's assuming they sent the right parts. So, I guess I'll end here. Finish my tour and enjoy the rest of the day. I don't know if I'm going to do an extended tour today or not. I never know. I'll find out when I get back into town whether I'm going to continue or not. And just enjoy and hope that I don't have any issues with the Monster going into error mode. I've done good so far. Let's hope it keeps up.